Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today is Friday, so we do a request. And somebody requested this a while ago, and I think this was a request on TikTok, but it might have been a YouTube comment. I don't remember. I don't even remember who did it, but thank you. I appreciate you for requesting this. If you guys also want to request, make sure you put it in the comments below of this video, or you can join the Facebook group, link in the doobly-doo below, and you can go there and comment on one of my things, or I'll make a post and I'll see it. So make sure you guys are doing that. I cannot guarantee that that request will be out this year. I do have the entire rest of the year planned out, except for a few Saturdays or Sundays, which normally go to Robert's Thoughts episodes, but perhaps if I have an extra open slot, I will do a request. So if you guys want to do that, make sure you guys are putting them in the comments down below. But today we're going to be doing Buster's Malheart. Buster's Malheart was released in 2016. It was written and directed by Sarah Adina Smith. First of all, there's no spoilers in this film. I don't think I can spoil this film. Don't watch the trailer. Do yourself a favor and do not watch the trailer for this film. It will just confuse you even more. Where do I even start with this film? I want to start by saying I don't know if this film is genius or garbage. I can't quite decide. And I watched it 2 days ago, so I did take some time off to think about it. I did that on purpose. I was going to film yesterday, but I was like, I need an extra day to think about this film. And so I texted my friend Julian, and I was like, Julian is technically like my manager. He just helps with videos a lot and gives me ideas, and is just generally very helpful. So shout out to Julian. He's an admin on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook group. So if you have any questions, make sure you can also direct them to Julian if you'd like on the Facebook group. But Julian is a good buddy of mine, so I was like, hey, have you seen this film? And if not, can you watch it? And he said, yeah, I'll watch it at some point. He has not yet watched it, so I don't know his thoughts. But I think I'm going to say this film is borderline good. Okay? I think that's my position that I'm taking here. I think that for some audiences, this might be like a really great film, because it is very experimental. An experimental film is when they just kind of film things that might make sense to some people, and like they're like, okay, cool. Like if you were to film somebody dancing and then like reverse it, that's like experimental film, right? And this kind of feels that way. It really isn't an experimental film. It really, like, there's technically plot, there's technically like a way that we are supposed to follow, but it is very much the feel of an experimental film, where we have this guy named Buster who is basically, there's like 3 different timelines that we're following, and it's hard to tell if it's ever a timeline or if it's him going crazy, or if there are multiple universes. We don't really know. There's a lot of theories about the end that make sense, and they're great. I have my own theory that I kind of like, but I'm not going to tell you it because it's spoilerish. But I didn't hate the film. I didn't love it because it's very confusing, and I like confusing films a lot. I do like films that like kind of give you small pieces of information at a time. That's great. But this film just like doesn't tell you anything at all. You watch it and you're like, okay, cool, and then all of a sudden Rami Malek's a different character, and you're like, but it's the same guy, and it is a wild ride. I do like the red herring here, okay? And the red herring here is in the trailer, and the red herring is basically like, okay, they're preparing for this thing called the inversion, which is where the world kind of just goes whoop, and then everybody dies. So they're kind of preparing for that. That's like the red herring that's in the trailer, and it is in the movie. It is kind of a big deal, but also not at all a big deal. It's this weird thing. It really isn't the main point of the film, like the trailer kind of points it out to be. But it is a cool plot, like at least it's a side plot, I guess, that works pretty well in the film. I do want to talk about the acting because it's pretty great. I want to talk about Rami Malek as Buster. I don't think he was perfect. I think that Sebastian Stan comes to mind. I think he might have done a better job, but Rami Malek is definitely a good choice here. He was able to kind of play each and every character that he has with a sort of calm easiness to it, which worked really well for it being kind of creepy and definitely ominous. Didn't help in terms of deciding if it was a different character or not, but I think that was kind of the point. I did enjoy his performance a lot here. I think that what is so good about Rami Malek is he's able to kind of give these subtle facial features that like kind of hint at an expression. He'll be like, and like that's all you need in his face to be like, okay, he's kind of amused, and like I don't know, he's a wonderful actor. I think he's great. I think he was very good here. And DJ Qualls as the last free man. That's like what they credit him as. We don't actually ever learn his name. First of all, great to see DJ Qualls. I haven't seen him in forever. There's, I think it's called The New Guy. It came up forever ago, and my dad used to watch that film a lot, and I used to watch it with him. Probably shouldn't have watched that film when I was younger. I don't remember anything about it except that he was in it, and I love that guy. So good to see him. I'm glad he's still like doing stuff. I think he was really, really good here. He was definitely my favorite actor here. I think he was better than Rami Malek, even though he was the main focus. DJ Qualls is like barely in the movie, if I'm being completely honest with you. But I think he was really, really good at being just really ominous, but also kind of truthful. And then his character has a kind of a twist at the end that you're like, it's really interesting. I really did enjoy it. The characters here are really good. They're strong characters, but we don't know who they are or what they do. It's extremely complicated, but I'm going to wrap this up kind of by saying if you haven't seen it yet, it is on Netflix, or at least it should be by the time this comes out. And if you want to watch it, definitely watch it. Form your own opinion here, and let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of it. Because I do want to know, because I'm still kind of borderline where like I'm not sure how I feel about the film yet. It's a really complicated growing process. And I will, I think, watch this one again at some point. I might watch it with my brother and see what he thinks. Because I do think that there are definitely some redeeming qualities here, but for the most part, it's just a really weird, kind of hard to follow movie, but it works on a couple levels, and there are definitely some theories you can come up with for the end. I have a couple of my own that I think work pretty well, but I'm not going to mention them because they are kind of spoilery. But I'm going to go ahead and give Buster's Malheart a B-. Shout out to the person that commented this review request. And if you are watching this, comment down below, let me know that it was you, and I will put you in the description. I'll edit the description and add you in there. I apologize. But thank you. I really appreciate these kind of requests. So drop them in the comments below. I'll add them to a Google Doc, and then as soon as I have free time in the next year of schedule, I will throw that request on there. So I apologize if it's not as quick as you might think it might be, but I promise you it is on the calendar. So make sure you guys are doing that if you guys want to see that. If we are not there already, I am going to be dressing like Spider-Man and going to Walmart when I hit 150 subscribers. So if you want to see that, make sure you guys are subscribing and sharing with your friends, liking the video, and as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.